Hi everyone, welcome to the June 2022 month ahead astrology and pick a card reading for your zodiac sign or your astrological sign. You can go by your rising or your sun sign. The timestamps are under the video in the description. Excuse my voice everyone. Some of you may know, some of you know that I've been sick for the last 10 days. It's not COVID. So I've just had a cough, but I've had 10 days off work because of being unwell. So if I sound, congested still, that's just the remainder of what I'm trying to get through. So I'm feeling a lot better though. So I'm excited to be back. It's been, after a month of, it's good for me doing these each month because I feel like I have more, I get more excited about doing them than every week was a bit of a chore because I had so many readings and bookings from clients as well. So I'm going to get straight into it. So the first part of the video, if you haven't watched it before, I talk about the general astrology for the month of June, for the month ahead. I'm a bit late because it's like the 6th today. So, normally I would do this video before the month starts, but as I just mentioned, I've been sick, so that's why. And let's get into the astrology, and then as I said, after that I'll do the cards for each sign and using the astro dice as well. So first of all, and if I cough during, just have to excuse me, I'll try to edit the coughs out. And that said, I'm going to have a sip of water before I forgot to do that. Start talking about the astrology. Hang on one second. Okay, so for the month ahead of June, the first thing we have is a full moon on June 14th on 23 degrees of Sagittarius. So interesting full moon in that it does give a harmonious aspect with Saturn. Saturn is our reality. It is, how we feel in our reality. And, it's a positive angle or sextile aspect. It does make a square though to Neptune, which is a bit more tricky and a bit more confusing. So, or hard to read the energy in some way, or hard to know how you feel. Full moons are always about a culmination. In the sign of Sagittarius, it's about expansion. Could be, heightened emotion, thinking about your future. Sagittarius is quite a future-orientated sign like Aquarius. You may be thinking about what you need for your future in a way that feels very honest to you, because Sagittarius is a sign that relates to those energies. You could be thinking about travel, you could be thinking about adventure, you could be feeling mentally, emotionally restless. That's a big theme. But with the square to Neptune, you may have some uncertainty that you're experiencing as well. So this is going to be strongest for those that have anything around 23 degrees or either side of that of Sagittarius, especially if it's your sun, moon, or rising sign, okay? Now, with the sextile to Saturn, it's kind of asking you to be patient with the step-by-step approach for your life. That's the advice I'd give for that full moon on June 14th. Then further into the month at the end, I'm just talking about the moon stuff at the moment, then I'm going to get to the other aspects. 29th of June, there's a new moon in Cancer on 7 degrees of Cancer. So very different energy to the full moon in Sagittarius. The new moon in Cancer on the 29th of June is about safety, home, security, family, belonging, those people closest to you, how you nurture yourself and others, that kind of thing, and what you feel you need to feel nurtured, safe and secure in the world. So there's that. I will be sipping water every now and then just to help to avoid coughing on camera. And then it is Gemini season, obviously, until the 22nd of June. Quick shout out to my friend Kath, whose birthday is tomorrow. She's a lovely Gemini. Happy birthday for tomorrow, Kath. And so then after the 22nd, we go into Cancer season, of course. So a bit of a shift then. And the other stuff we have is, at the moment, Venus is in Taurus all month till the 24th of June. So that does stabilize our energy and gets us really focused on practical matters, our money, our earnings, prosperity. Where can we bring in more prosperity into our lives? Where can we stabilize ourselves, our temperament? This is an energy where you don't want to feel scattered. You don't feel good in relationships that feel scattered or too chaotic, or too much chaos going on in any relationship right now. People are not enjoying that energy in any way, because Venus in Taurus is asking us to be stable, to feel what's of true value to us. And so you especially if you've got Earth in your chart already, especially Taurus, Capricorn or Virgo energy, or people with those signs, in key placements in your chart. You may be like, you know what, I'm not in the mood for anything that's not stable. I'm not in the mood for anything that's going to disrupt my peace, basically, because that's what Venus in Taurus wants: peace, harmony, feeling in touch with what's real, all that kind of stuff. So Venus will be in Taurus till the 24th of June. Then Venus moves into Gemini, where the energy shifts again. After the 24th, when it goes into Gemini, that's a bit more of a flighty energy with Venus for our relationship, so we may feel differently then. We may feel more socially active. We may feel more open to just going with the flow of things. But while Venus is in Taurus prior to the June 24th, we won't be feeling that. Mars is in Aries all month, so it's the go-getting energy. It's quite a strong, visceral, primal energy. It can be very angry energy. It can be very reactive. If you've got Aries in your chart, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, you could feel very either action-orientated, like it's time to take action, it's time to get stuff done, or you could feel a bit more prone to anger, or a bit of both, or impulsivity if it's not anger. But it is a good time to take action with Mars in Aries, because Mars is in its home sign in Aries, so it does very well in that energy. So good time to push through, have courage, and go forward with what, you know, resonates on a true level of your being. June 5th, which just was yesterday, Saturn went retrograde, okay? So Saturn will stay retrograde till October 23rd. So what does this mean? This means the energy of our practical life, practical matters, goes more within in some way, So, you know, we may be reevaluating work, situations, jobs, tasks. In Aquarius, you know, it's about fairness in the group. So it might be, some of you may be looking at who you live with, and, you know, are you sharing the chores and things like that? Is it fair? You know, Aquarius is about what's equal. There could be things going on where you're reevaluating your path forward, your ambitions, your goals, where you're headed in your life. So there could be a lot of inner processing going on about that. It can be a bit of a slowdown period where we feel a little bit like it's time to consolidate rather than sort of really push forward in a hard and fast, intense way. That said, Mars and Aries can bring about that energy, but with the Saturn retrograde, especially for those people that are Aquarians, you're going to feel a bit of a slowdown to a degree. And, you know, it can be a bit of a difficult time if you start something huge that's new, like a new career or a new path, because it could feel like it's very slow or difficult to get it going with the Saturn retrograde. So, yeah, as I said, it is retrograde till October 23rd, but it is a good time to reevaluate your financial obligations, you know, your work situation, your direction, and have a think about, you know, what you want to shift, what you want to change for yourself, what you need to change to make things more practical and run more smoothly after Saturn goes direct after October 23rd. Then from June 14th, Mercury, planet of communication, goes into Gemini. So it had been retrograde in Gemini, now it's going direct in Taurus. From the 14th next week, it goes back into Gemini, so that speeds up the communication, the mental restlessness, the need to communicate with others more, social contacts, kind of amping up a lot of the energy around short trips, organizing things, details, and communicating social interaction as well. And that's the main stuff, you know, for June 2022. Next month, we have the Uranus North Node lining up, which is a very rare alignment. And I will talk about that next week, but it's a very unpredictable energy for next month. And stay tuned for me to talk about that, because this hasn't happened since September 11 when that happened. So in a different, I have to double check, I think it was in a different sign, but yeah, it was obviously in a different sign because Uranus wasn't in Taurus then. But Uranus and the North Node lined up for a time period around the time of September 11. I'm gonna talk about that next week. So I'm not saying something exactly like that's gonna happen again. So just, you know that's not what I'm saying, but I am saying there is an unpredictable energy for next month of July, starting around July into August. All right, so let's get to the cards. Let me just see how I'm going. I think I want to just make sure my camera is properly aligned here. Yeah, just okay. All right. Usually I use a different stand, so the angle might look slightly different, but I'm just going to bring the cards up to the camera as I talk about them. All right, so just get a sip of water, and then I'm going to do Aries first, of course. Excuse me. Okay, so Aries, what's coming up for June for Aries? So I've got the Llewellyn Tarot, so I'm just going to show you guys what I've got. I've got the Moonology deck, which is this one. And I've also got the, I love this deck, it's a new one, such a fan of this, the Sacred Forest Oracle by Denise Lynn. This is one of the most gorgeous oracle decks I've seen in the longest time. So I'm excited to be using that today. Okay, so just going to put the cards a little bit aside, make some space. Let's look at what's going on for Aries. Since Mars is in your sign, Aries, for June, you should feel quite like amped up, quite busy, but there's a lot going on. You might be stepping up to a new level. Too many cards flipped over. You might be progressing in some way. You have Justice. Wow, beautiful. Okay, this Justice card. Let's see what the Astrology Moonology deck is for Aries. This one flipped over. It says lighten up. Interesting. Okay. And just make some space. Yep. Aries, June. Oh, this one. Generosity, Maple Spirit, number 23, which is a 5, which is in one way about independence, but it's also involving others here. Okay, so let's look at the Astro Dice for Aries for June. Aries, June, we have seventh house, relationships. So the importance of your relationships comes up. Cancer, where you belong, family. Uranus, the unexpected. Oh, goodness. Okay. So first of all, I want to talk about this. So this is interesting because this is the Justice card, which is Libra. In this deck, it's the Lady of the Fountain. Beautiful, amazing cards. So this is about relationships. It's about karma in relationships. Does not necessarily mean negative. It can be about clearing karma. It can be about letting go of something from the past. It can be embracing something for your future. Okay, but it's actually a positive card talking about things working out in your favor. Now, there's a lot of energy around Aries, as I said, because Mars is in Aries at the moment, but also in this reading, it has the message lighten up and the sign of Leo. Leo is about the heart, and it's about love, and it's about your truth and honoring your truth. And, you know, it's saying in love for the month of June, Aries, try to lighten up a little bit. As long as you're honoring your truth, you don't need to be too forceful with others. You just need to honor your truth and state your feelings and thoughts clearly and to the point, just like Aries do so very well. And you have this gorgeous card called Maple Spirit, Generosity. So this Maple Spirit, for some people, might be watching from Canada. There's some kind of Canadian connection here with the maple leaf. Also, the number 23 is a 5. So 5s are about independence, travel, restlessness, creativity as well. So there could be some of you could be receiving like bonus of some kind for something creative. I do feel someone watching does something to do with like landscapes, whether it's painting them or possibly photography or something like that. There could be some extra money coming to you through something creative or being creative in a different way. Like, for example, selling old things. You're like, you know what, I don't need these things and they're still good quality. I'm going to sell them and make money. Or it's something about making money I keep getting. And for others of you, it's about being generous with those that you love, those that are close to you, those that are like soul family. Or even, you know, for some people it's a love interest or a partner. Family members comes up here with the 7th house and the Cancer sign. So there's a big focus in June for Aries on family and significant partnerships and change in regards to those, because Uranus is about the unexpected. It's about sudden things happening, sudden changes within family dynamics, sudden meetings, sudden connections. Okay, I've got a cough again. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, drink some water. Okay, so that's for Aries. All right, let's go to Taurus, my fellow Tauruses. Okay, what is the tarot for Taurus for June 2022? Oh, too many cards. Too many just flicked over. June June, Taurus, June 2022. I'm going to take that one because it came out so visibly. It's a success card. Wow. The Six of Wands. So, Taurus, if you've been feeling anything difficult around you, this is a sign of positivity and a good outcome for something that you want. It definitely has a resonance with ambitions and goals. Okay, so do know that. Work, I'm getting work, career, money. Okay, so I do want to say that. Let's see what else comes up. Taurus for June. Jumping card, love that. Patience, yeah, wow. Such a trait for Taurians to, well, most Taurians are pretty patient, but we can be impatient. It's an 18, which is a 9. Foggy bog, patience. So you might not be able to see the outcome to something that you're thinking about, okay? So if there's something that's on your mind, Taurus, and you're just feeling uncertain about an outcome, it is saying to me here that yes, there will be a positive outcome for you, but you do need to be patient. So it might be something that just comes through towards the end of the month more so, or if you've been waiting on more money to come in, it's coming in towards the mid to end of the month is what I'm getting, okay? If for some of you, if it's about a relationship, patience required while you work through certain issues or certain situation in your life. Very strong message though that your patience will be rewarded, okay? Love that. All right, Taurus, what else for Taurus for June? Oh my gosh, we got the Taurus card. Look at that. Don't you love it? There it is right there, the Taurus symbol. Moon in Taurus, or first quarter moon in Taurus, release control. Wow, that's a good message for Taurus because we do like to feel in control. Okay, so there's nothing right now with the patience card and the release control card that you can really do to fast track a situation, okay? You may just have to do the inner work and to accept that sometimes there is a little bit of a slowdown before things can sort of break through for you. And that's kind of the energy I'm getting here for June for Taurus. Let's see what the Astrology I say. Interesting, Aries, because Mars in Aries would be in your 12th solar house, so that can be triggering some anxiety for the Taurians or forcing you to rest. Like myself, I got sick and I was forced to rest, even though I look after myself really well. I think I do anyway. I eat as healthy as I can. I exercise, you know. I probably work a bit too much, which is a typical Taurus thing, but you know, it was a forced slowdown, and this is what I'm getting with the Aries energy in your solar 12th house. It's saying you might be having anxiety because you're being forced to address some issues coming up, or you know, some of you might have got sick like me, and you know, colds and flus going around, that sort of thing. So boost your immune system with Mars and Aries being through your 12th house. 4th house is about home and about, you know, your sanctuary, your peace, you know, spending time alone, rejuvenating yourself, nurturing yourself, making sure you're eating well. It's the Cancerian energy. It's about self-nurturing. And Uranus, well, Uranus is in Taurus, so that's very appropriate. Uranus is about the unexpected. So what I'm getting here is there's different messages for different people. For some Tauruses, there's unexpected developments with regards to a male person in your family, as in like a parent, a child, or a husband or partner or brother, for some. For others of you, there is this need to take a break from go, and to self-nurture and look after yourself more, and to sort of spend time, you know, pacing yourself through things rather than sort of forcing or pushing too hard, or, you know, cracking the whip on your own back and going, well, no, I've got to keep going, I can't stop. That kind of energy is what I'm picking up on, okay? And the release control is like saying to you, you know, sometimes when we're forced to slow down, there's actually a gift in that. Sometimes when we're forced to change tact, there's a gift in that. So just be aware that that is a message that's coming through quite strongly for you, okay? So that was Taurus. Let's move on. All right, Gemini. To the lovely Geminis, and I did shout out to Kath, happy birthday for tomorrow, but in case you didn't watch the intro, Kath, happy birthday for tomorrow. Kath is a friend of mine she's in Ireland, and she's been watching these since I started them years and years and years ago. All right, so Gemini, lovely Geminis, what's coming up for June? This one. Oh, look, beautiful. 3 of Cups. That's a gorgeous card. It's about reunion, celebration, friendship, socializing, connecting with others, feeling good in the company of friends and those you care for. So if you've been a bit of a hermit, Gemini, not so much for the month of June. You are going to be coming out of your shell if you've been in your shell in any way, which Geminis aren't usually, but they can be. Geminis can be a bit loner type sometimes, depending on the rest of their chart. Open up to change, Gemini, with new moon in Aquarius. Wow. And again, Aquarius is about social activity. It's about friendships, groups, friendship connections, contacts, and be open to meeting new people in the month of June. That's what I'm getting. There's a really lovely energy. I'm really focused on these gorgeous blossoms here. It's really drawing my attention. It's almost like I can smell this sweet smell in the air from these like cherry blossoms, I want to say. So you might be spending time in nature or getting out and about with a friend, something like that. Let's get a card from this deck for Gemini. You have Owl Spirit, Wisdom. Wow. So Gemini, you might be attracting people to you who need your special wisdom or need your advice. You may also have some kind of connection with owl medicine this month. You may see an owl. Some of you may. That'd be cool. I love when I see, on the rare occasion, hasn't happened very often, but on the rare occasion when I see an owl, it's like, oh my God, they have such a presence about them. They're so incredible. Interesting, because that owl is like, you know, something with wings resonates very much with Gemini energy, because Gemini energy is about air, the air element, right? So there's some kind of message from your guides coming through. The number is 27, which is a 9. So it might be some wisdom or message about an ending because of the 9 number at the bottom, 27. Let's see what else. I keep getting spending time in nature, but also social interaction is going to be quite strong in the month of June for Gemini. Let's look at the astro, guys. The moon, interesting. 12th house, wow. Aries. Talk about messages from your guides. With the moon in the 12th house, that's very much an energy of paying attention to subtle messages from spirit and also your dreams as well. You may have animal signs and things like that. Aries is about information coming to you quickly or suddenly. Aries is also an energy of, you know, a lot of activity, and Mars is in Aries this month. It does sextile Gemini, the sign of Gemini, so that's very positive for your energy, but just don't burn out with it. It's a good month to get a lot done for you guys, but you may need, with the 12th house moon, time to retreat and pull your energy back and just recoup your energy and kind of spend a lot of time resting or meditating or doing things that feel soulfully, you know, regenerative is what I'm getting. But this card really stands out for me. It's like there's either a celebration for some of you. There could be a wedding, a get-together, a family thing, or a birthday, or, you know, something along those lines where it's a nice energy for you. So there's something really lovely to look forward to. And, you know, friends or people you know may surprise you with an invite or, you know, some really nice energy coming your way. So I really love that. I also feel, I want to say, your spiritual life is quite rich this month, Gemini. So you, again, pay attention to signs and omens from spirit. They're going to be strong for you this month. It's really cool. All right, let's see what we're up to now. Cancer. Okay, I'm just going to put some of the cards back. Just bear with me a second. Okay. So, Cancer, let's see what you get from the tarot first. What's coming up for June? And happy birthday to the June Cancerians. Cancer, June 2022. Oh my gosh, unbelievable. This card came out. Why? Because it's the Cancerian card. It's, wow, that's amazing. The Chariot. Okay, so normally you can see more clearly, but in this card you can't. He has symbols of the crescent moons on his shoulder. Usually represents something to do with home, family, emotion, moving forward with something of an emotional nature. So there's a forward movement and forward momentum for Cancer this month of June. So that's nice. I like that. Okay, let's see what else. Cancer, June 2022. Oh, too many. I always like it when one just jumps out. Let's see if that happens. Whoa, sort of did. Yep, I'll take it. New Moon, Leo, Shine. Okay, interesting. So this is forward movement, which helps you feel like you're shining in your life, that you're embracing who you are, your path, everything happening in your life. There's a lot of positive energy here. A little bit emotional in some way, but not in a negative sense. Emotional even in an exciting way, I'll say. Just gotta check how I'm going for time. Okay. All right, let's go to the next deck. Cancer, June 2022. Reflecting pool stillness. Interesting. So it's the number 33, which is a master number. So you might, on the one hand, have a lot going on this month of June, Cancerians, but you're, once again, like the Geminis, you're going to feel the need to take some time out in some way, even if it's just a day off, to just process everything that you're experiencing or what you're going through, or take time out to reflect on, you know, what your quiet voice within you is saying to you. This is saying it's important to take some time out to chill, or to time out for yourself, because you might have a lot going on this month, is what I'm seeing. Sagittarius, Moon, and 7th house. So relationships feel very lucky for you at the moment, and very blessed with the Sagittarius and 7th house. There may be forward movement in relationships for you, like one-on-one relationship, partnership, boyfriend, girlfriend situations, you know, marriage, partnership, that kind of thing. For some of you, you might be feeling restless in a relationship with the Sagittarius 7th house and wanting to do your own thing. For others, it's more positive, like progress. The Moon is about family. It's about having that quiet time, making sure you're checking in with your emotions. We have the Moon come up twice here, and obviously, you know, reference to the sign of Cancer, because Cancer is ruled by the Moon. So your message here with the Moon energies coming up is pay attention to your intuition this month, when dealing with other people, especially when dealing with work colleagues, when dealing with work situations or family situations. Your intuition is very good. All the water signs have very immediate connection to their intuition, especially, you know, if you've got a Cancerian Moon or Cancer Sun, Cancer Rising. Your gut feeling is very tied in with your perception. So don't ignore that this month, because it's really a strong message that's coming out here. Yes, you're going to have a very active month of June, but you're also going to need some time for yourself to sort of pull your energy back as well, is what I'm seeing. All right. Okay, so I'm up to Leo now. Let's look at what's coming up for Leos for June 2022. Okay. Leo, June 2022. Oh, jumping card. Have the King of Cups. Okay, interesting. So thinking about love on the brain, Leo, apparently. You might be thinking about your future with regards to romance, children, a relationship, that kind of thing. You might be waiting to meet somebody, or thinking that you're kind of... I'm really getting more single Leo energy with this, like waiting to meet someone, hoping to meet someone. Oh, you have the card Truth that just jumped out. Raven Spirit. Interesting. You might be seeing ravens or crows. And the number here is 32, which is a 5, which is about independence. So interesting, because I do feel for some Leos, this is like an independent woman energy, an independent female energy, or someone that you're thinking about in regards to love. So there might be someone new on the horizon, a new relationship, thinking about what you want from your relationships, thinking about the future, like even thinking about having kids and things of that nature is what I'm seeing there. But there's something to do with like your authentic truth and your authenticity, and the importance of that for you. Following your heart is really important. So what I'm getting is kind of getting out of your head a little bit, and sort of maybe you're overanalyzing something with regards to love, Leo, and coming back into your heart, into the heart of your truth, your inner truth is what I'm getting. This one wanted to jump out. Virgo, attend to the details. Interesting. So, all right. So Virgo is to do with body, mind, you know, body, mind, health, well-being. It's also to do with work, so there might be details that you need to attend to with regards to your work situation at the moment, or with regards to your health and fitness. I'm getting more health, to be honest, with this, so it might be, you know, time to look into your health and well-being, how you need to look after your health, what you need to do with your exercise, your diet, things of that nature. I'm hearing the word balance, like finding more balance. Let's look at the Astro dice for Leo. 10th house. Yeah, interesting. Libra, wow. Because relationships has come up quite strongly in this reading. So the North Node, yes, you want to move forward with regards to plans and relationship energy. So you may be really thinking about your future and love. That's what I'm getting for Leo. So some Leos are like, you know, I really want to meet someone, I want to have a family, I want to settle down, or I want to meet someone and, you know, go on that journey, you know, a new journey of love and romance, that kind of thing. So attending to the details comes up as an important factor here. So, you know, it might be for some, as I said, health, getting your work situation right, getting your health right, but it could also be looking at what you need to kind of get sorted out in your own life in a practical way, which is Virgo energy, so that you can feel ready for love, because maybe it's not coming in for some of you because you're not quite ready, but there are things that you can do to help yourself be ready for love. So that's what I'm getting from the Leo, for the Leos there. Okay, so the next sign is for Virgo. So let's look at Virgo for June 2022. What's coming up this month for the Virgos? Oh, you have the Emperor, Aries energy, strong masculine energy, divine masculine. Can be a father figure, husband figure. So more likely to be a husband figure if you have children together. Dealing with this energy is quite strong. It can indicate, if it's just about you and it's not about, you know, another person, it can indicate you stepping more into your power this month, Virgo. So issues of power, personal empowerment, you know, those kind of themes are coming up for you, and taking charge, taking action, being that it is Aries. Mars is in Aries, as I said before in the astrology part of the reading. So Mars in Aries this month is a very go-getting energy. If you're a Virgo that has other fire placements in your chart, you may feel this energy quite strongly. So it is about taking action, moving forward, taking charge of your schedule, taking charge of your life, being more proactive about things rather than passive. Okay, let's see what else comes up for Virgo. Virgo for June 2022. Wait, see something pops out here. Yep. Oh, we have the Virgo card. Love it. Oh my gosh. Attend to the details. Interesting, because Leo just had this card as well. So you get the Virgo card as well as Leo. So attending to the details, you guys are, being Virgos, naturally good at that. So it's about, you know, work, health, routine, being aware of things like your diet, what you're putting into your body. Is it nourishing you? Is it helping you be more, you know, more active and more, feeling more vitality with this card, the Mars card, or the Aries card. And it's about your work situations as well. So being very on top of the details of things, being very organized this month is going to be important for some reason. It comes up. If there's anything with your health bothering you, you know, pay attention to what your body's telling you. That's a strong message about that as well. Virgos are naturally good at that, but it is highlighting work and health and routine very strongly. Let's see what the last card is, and then I'll do the Astro Dice for Virgo for June. Oh, jumping card. Wow, you have activation. So that's the Ace of Wands type energy. So it also mentions spring. So this is about, especially with this card, with this one here, very Mars kind of Aries energy. This is a new beginning in some way in your life this month of June. And it's something exciting. It's something that's giving you energy. It's activating you. You could be starting a new project, starting something new with regards to work or business as well, because of the Virgo card coming up. Or you could be starting a new health regime, something along those lines. Let's look at the Astro Dice to go with what else. You have the South Node, second house, which is a physical house, Taurus house, and Cancer. Interesting. So the South Node talks about like gifts that you bring with you from your past lives and talents. And so using those talents this month in some way. So those innate talents that you sort of came into this life with, you know, you might be really good at writing or speaking or, you know, working with your hands, you know, whatever it is, it's getting you to look at that energy this month. The second house is about finances, and Cancer is about your security. So there is a strong focus on bringing in more money, and something that's like a karmic reward here with the South Node involved as well. So you could be bringing in more money this month, Virgo. through work, through karmic rewards that's just due to you from things that you've experienced previously. You are thinking about your security and your finances quite a bit and trying to consolidate something with your finances. You may have the help of a male person, or this could also be you stepping into your power more and being more authoritative and more self-disciplined as well. All right, so that was for Virgo. Okay, let's see what's next. Okay, so I'm up to... Got to cross off. I'm up to, so I don't forget. Virgo's done. Libra. All right, lovely Librans. Let's see what's going on for the Librans out there for June. Libra, June 2022. Oh, jumping card. Temperance. Interesting, because Temperance is about balance. It is a Sagittarius card, however. So this also speaks about healing. I love the card in this deck in the Llewellyn Tarot. So it's about healing. It's about patience. It's about, you know, mind, body, spirit healing, patience as well, and finding balance within. So that makes sense. And also, you know, it can be about needing sanctuary from things. Like if life has just been a bit too chaotic for you, Libra, this is asking you to pull your energy back and do what feels right for you. Do what brings you a sense of peace and balance from within, rather than trying to sort of control external forces. Go within and find that good feeling from within yourself. That, you know, because often Libra Sun, it is a difficult energy when you have Libra Sun, because, you know, firstly it's in fall in astrology, which means that you tend to focus too much on your relationships or other people, and you tend to self-sacrifice a little bit too much sometimes. Pisces can do that as well, but this card is asking you to come back to balance within yourself spiritually. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Let's see what else comes up. Libra, June. This one flipped over. It says strength. So, wow. Ancient oak spirit. So this is telling you, no matter what you're going through this month, Libra, you do have the strength to transform a situation from within yourself. It could be to do with relationships. It could be to do with your home life and your sense of balance that comes from your home life. See the little fairy door there on the oak tree. The ancient oak tree is very strong. It's standing so strong. And so it's telling you do have the strength to handle whatever's, you know, causing you difficulties. And it is a 2 here. So 2s, again, relate to relationships. All right. So, yeah, definitely relationships come up. It can be, you know, something that you've been dealing with that's been challenging you. Let's see what else we can find out for Libra for June. Oh my goodness, you have the Go Wild card. Wow, the Leo card, Go Wild. So it is, even though you are pulling energy back and trying to gain strength from, you know, within yourself, you also need to have fun, because of this card here saying, you know, you've been through some kind of difficult time, Libra, and you need to have some fun. This can also indicate your creativity, like finding that spark within in your creative life as well. So whether you do something creative yourself, or whether you want to just express a more creative side through the way you dress or through the way you present yourself, or doing something completely different that is kind of opening up a new doorway in your life to sort of change up the dynamics and shift the energy. But there's something creative, and it's saying also keep expressing your truth with the Leo energy. Keep expressing your truth. That's very important, is what I'm getting here. Okay, let's look at the Astro Dice for Libra. 5th house, children, romance, Pisces. Wow. So for some Libras with Mars, the 5th house and Pisces, there can be a new creative venture that you're starting that's very inspirational for you, or something that you've already been thinking about for a while. And it's going to open up a new potential avenue for you that's going to be quite productive and exciting. The 5 is a very independent energy. It's also a very creative energy. So it's about you finding something that's creative but gives you inspiration. Okay. You might be dealing with a male child as well, with the Mars energy and the 5th house. Romance can be a little bit up and down though with this energy, I feel, with Mars in Pisces. Watch out for manipulation in romantic matters with the Mars and Pisces energy as well this month. Okay. All right, moving on to Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, Let's have a look at what's going on for you guys for June. Scorpio. Oh, jumping card. Oh, Three of Swords. Yikes. One of the most difficult cards in the tarot. Yeah, it's about heartbreak. So feeling a little bit lost in regards to love, feeling hurt, feeling over something, feeling like something's hurt you too much for too long. Okay. And it is the card of heartbreak, as I said. Could be just some painful things going on for you. And, you know, for Scorpios born mid to late, it's not an easy time because Saturn is in Aquarius squaring your placements. So the Scorpios, the Taurians, the Aquarians, and the Leos are going through hard times at the moment if you're born after mid or towards late of those signs. Our wisdom, wow. So there's been something for you to learn, even though it's been painful, Scorpio, and it might be coming up for healing. This is what I'm getting. I'm hearing like shamanic healing. Someone might be into shamanic healing or doing some shamanic healing. The owls are really getting my attention so strongly there. But there's something that you've had to learn that has not been easy, but it's how you've had to learn some kind of lesson. For many of you, it is to do with love or to do with family relationships, I'm getting. And it has not been easy at all. It's been quite painful. And I'm hearing drawn out. So it could be something for some of you that's been going on for a long time. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising people. It's like I'm hearing I can't win. So there's this frustration of a situation where you feel like you can't win, Scorpio. And we all know Scorpios like to win. Oh my God, look at the card that's come up. Scorpio, full moon in Scorpio, breathe through the tension. Yeah. So I was definitely picking up on this difficult energy for Scorpio. Breathe through the tension. So remember to breathe. Don't hold your breath in that you know, fight, flight, or freeze energy, which holding your breath is more the freeze energy, which Scorpio types can tend to do more. Breathe through the struggle that you're going through and let the energy pass through your body, through your lungs. Let the grief or the sadness pass through your lungs and don't let it stagnate, because Scorpio is a fixed sign and it tends to hold on to pain. So there's definitely something coming up for healing, okay, big time for the Scorpios, but you can definitely heal it, is what I'm feeling. You can definitely work through this energy. And also I'm getting, ask yourself, what are you holding on to that's just causing you more pain than anything else? So it's time to reevaluate in some ways, what I'm getting. But there is something to learn. It's not just pain for pain's sake. It is something for your soul's journey, for your soul's healing, for you to learn from in a deep way. It's going to give you a lot of wisdom once you get the lesson from this. It could be a repeated pattern, something that's been going on previously. Scorpio, we have Sun, 7th house, yeah, relationships. Aries, something that's been a bit competitive or combative for some of you with these energies here. It could be dealing with a male person with the Aries energy in the 7th house. The Sun is like something that, you know, you put a lot of value on and you held up high, or you put on a pedestal, and then you've had to kind of look at it realistically and reevaluate, because it's, as I said, it's been causing you too much pain. So Scorpios, we do, you know, I'm Scorpio rising, we do learn from the pain that we go through. You know, sometimes part of our life journey involves different levels of emotional pain, like a lot of people, you know, it's a normal thing that all humans experience. But as a Scorpio type, you have the power to transform the difficulty through going through the process, not being in denial of what you're going through, actually working through the process of pain to come out the other side of it, okay, renewed and refreshed. So there is potential for that, definitely. Okay, so moving on, we're up to Sag. What's going on for Sag? Sagittarius for June. Okay, so we have the 7 of Swords. Okay, let's see what else goes with that. 7 of Swords is a card of hiding your feelings about what you're dealing with, or trying to cope with a lot going on inside you but not sort of expressing it. Let's see what else the cards can show us for Sagittarius. It also can be you trying to keep your energy to yourself more, because it's, as I said, it's holding what you know within yourself. Trust. Wow. So this is very much a Sagittarius energy. It's like having faith. It's saying, you know, have trust in what you're going through right now. I am getting a bit of a difficult energy, picking up that from the Saggy energy. So trust the process that you're in. It might be a bit confusing or feel like there's a lack of clarity, but it's a process that you're in at the moment. And see how she's like in the cave? It's like you're in your own kind of zone, kind of protected from the outside, but you're going through a lot that's kind of your own private experience is what I'm getting. Sagittarius. Let's see what else. There might be some things that you want to express, but you're just not sure how. I am hearing looking for clarity on something. What is this one? Taurus, release control. Interesting, that's come up a few times now. So you might have thought that you were in control of something, but you may have felt like the way you were going about it needs to shift, because with Taurus it's like this kind of way of moving forward that's very routine, that's very much the same kind of feeling like you're in control, but you might have missed some things, you may not have seen some things, and you're going through like a different phase of kind of awakening is what I'm getting here. Let's have a look at the Astro dice for Sag. See, 12th house, your spiritual journey. Yes, Cancer, you kind of sequestered yourself away to go through your own internal healing process. And the 12th house is the hidden house. It's the house of the subconscious. It's your inner life, the inner workings of your subconscious mind. And with the sun here, you've been trying to shine a light on your habit patterns, the things about yourself that your blind spots, okay? And Cancer here is saying, you know, maybe there's a family member around you that's been trying to get through to you or tell you something or communicate something, but they haven't known how to tell you. That could be a side thing going on. Or it can be that your gut feeling has been prompting some kind of changes and illumination with the sun in the 12th house. You know, your gut feelings alerting you to certain things, certain patterns that you're trying to look at and trying to work through. This is also about your dreams and psychic insight and, you know, really listening to your intuition at this time. You might be feeling like you kind of want to spend more time alone because of the spiritual lessons that you're going through at this time, Sagittarius, for the month of June. So don't over-isolate yourself, Sag, because this is a lot of kind of isolation energy. You still need to connect with people, but you may just feel like, you know, I kind of feel like pulling my energy back more within. And it is winter here in Sydney, so if you're a Sagittarius, usually Saggies are restless, but winter time, you kind of, as a Sag, you may tend to more kind of read books and go within, you know, explore things mentally and spiritually rather than in the physical sense. Capricorn. Oh, we have the 3 of Wands. Nice. Let's see what else. You have first quarter moon in Pisces, honor your feelings. So Capricorn is another one of those signs that tends to sort of just want to get on with things, especially work and routine, the status quo. But your feelings are kind of tugging at you about something here, Capricorn. And your spiritual side is calling to you. So you might be very ambitious at this time. You may be working on projects, trying to get things moving with regards to money situations. But Spirit's saying, well, remember to pay attention to your dreams, your spiritual life, the unseen messages from Spirit, what your gut feeling's telling you. And you have playfulness. So yeah, that's a beautiful card. It's like saying, you know, don't forget to be playful and have fun, Capricorn. Don't be all sort of like stick in the mud, focused on business, work, routine, saving money, you know, all stuff to do with money. Focus on, not saying all Capricorns just focus on that, but it is hard for Capricorns to be playful and to let go a little bit. So this is actually saying make time for yourself, not just business, work, and other people that you're feeling responsible for. Bring in some playfulness, spend time in nature, connect with the fairy realm is what I'm feeling here. Pay attention to signs in nature like butterflies or animal signs. It'll fill you with a sense of joy and happiness. Also just connecting with your inner child is what I'm getting, which is not easy for Capricorns to do, but you know, that's going to be more of a feeling of levity that you need at this time. Let's see what else comes up. Taurus energy, 5th house, and Mars. So you may be very ambitious about creative stuff that you're working on, or you might be, you know, selling goods, material goods, because Taurus represents that. 5th house is hobbies, entrepreneurship. Mars is like taking action around that thing. that kind of thing. This could actually be a very productive time for Capricorns this month of June, where you could actually get a lot done with regards to business, your ambitions, your goals. But it's just saying, make that little bit of time to connect with that more playful energy. Someone may have a daughter I'm picking up on, so some Capricorn out there may have a daughter that you want to connect with, or younger family members that are female, like cousins or grandkids and that kind of thing. Okay, so let's move on to Aquarius. Sip of water. Okay, Aquarius for June. Let's see what's coming up. This one. This is the Four of Wands, to do with home life and family. Aquarius, June. This is Scorpio. It says reveal what needs to be seen. Interesting. So it could be a family issue coming up for some Aquarians. Saturn is in your sign, so that could be bringing up some issues of, you know, difficulties, being tested, being challenged in some way. Truth's coming out is what I'm hearing. The South Node in Scorpio is bringing that out. But this is all for the sake of growth for you. So 44 here adds to 8, which is about transformation. Transformation meaning that, and also that relates to transformation as well, meaning that there's something that needs to come to light this month of June for Aquarians. So it could be some difficult issues from within the family. It could be to do with mother for some, an issue related to mother or a mother figure, something even from the past that you're still healing. I do get a very maternal energy with this card here, very much so. And there's some kind of work that you're doing that is requiring a lot of energy and a lot of effort. So it could be challenging you. Some people could be working on their home in some way, or wanting to relocate, or focusing on home and family issues this month of June. Let's see what else. 7th house relationship. Scorpio comes up again. It's come up twice now, so you may be actually dealing with a Scorpio if you're an Aquarius. Jupiter and the 7th house shows luck and blessings in your relationships, in your one-on-one relationships, in partnership, and a lot of growth around that for you. It could be that someone's revealing deeper feelings and you're getting closer to someone as well, potentially in your life, like a connection, like a soulmate or something like that for some of you, some of the Aquarians. But your relationships are super blessed this month of June with Jupiter in the 7th house. You could be very social this month. You could have a lot going on. Okay, so in regards to, you know, relationship stuff, it's very strong. There could be a lot of growth in your relationships this month. All right. And lastly, Pisces. All right. Okay, Pisces, what have we got for you for June? Oh, take this one. Ah, interesting. The King of Cups, which is water, male energy. Interesting. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Detoxify, full moon in Taurus. Interesting. So you might be feeling a bit emotional in the month of June, but you're being encouraged to ground yourself in nature and take things slowly. Yes, go with the flow. See, it says meandering pathway, flow. This is not a month for Pisces to rush around too much, okay? It's not a time to try to do everything on your own. It's a time to go gradually and slowly, okay? You may be dealing with a father figure or a male figure in your life that has watery energy or who's going through a sensitive time. You may be offering someone some practical support. Do look after your own health and well-being here and take it slow, as I said. You may also be passionate or keen about doing something creative, I'm getting. But again, it's not time to force things. It's just go with the flow. If the idea comes, start the process, but don't overtax yourself to complete something. Gemini energy, Venus and 2nd house. So you might have two sources of income present themselves, or two opportunities with a job offer for some, two opportunities with a relationship, or two females that you're dealing with the Gemini, Venus and 2nd house. There could be some unexpected money coming in through work as well. Pretty gentle energy. I like it, and it's really giving me the vibe of needing to slow down is what I'm getting, Pisces. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Have a great month. Bye.